resolve? Imagine a little 9-year-old boy in 4th grade. His mom is unemployed, and his dad works 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, and has 2 jobs, but still barely makes enough money for food and to pay rent for their tiny apartment. Even though he's always hungry and misses his dad, the one thing he stresses most about is bullying. He gets bullied every day just because of what he wears, just because he doesn't have those fresh new J's or Under Armour sweatshirts and sweatpants. But that could change. His bullying could all just disappear. Wouldn't that just be great? What if one said that it could happen with school uniforms? School uniforms reduce gang violence and promote safety. Schools should use school uniforms because they reduce gang violence. According to the article, dress codes are necessary. It explains that once schools start going to school uniforms, studies show that it decreased gang violence and theft by preventing gang members from wearing gang logos. And it also reduces peer pressure, improvement in test scores, grades, and even behavior. This is important because all this shows that school uniforms make school a safer place. According to Julie Wooden, school uniforms promote safety. If there was an intruder with school uniforms, one could tell who was the student and who was the intruder. Or like in schools, there's always at least one student in each class that is made fun of because of the way they dress. Studies show that bullying rates in schools with uniforms dropped within a year by 46%. So would you rather be able to express yourself by wearing what you want, yet still have gang violence and bullying, or wear uniforms, express yourself by just being you, promote safety, and reduce gang violence and bullying in schools? Therefore, schools should have school uniforms.
My opponent may say that school uniforms will reduce bullying because there won't be much to get bullied about anymore. We disagree because there are a lot of other things a student can get bullied for, such as how tall or short a person is, how a person looks, such as their face, something they can't change. They may do it to make themselves feel better if it is happening to them, like if they are getting bullied for what they wear, they feel bad about it, so they want to make somebody else fit in with them. Therefore, even though my opponent says that school uniforms reduce bullying, there are many other things kids can get bullied about.
My opponent may say school uniforms are good because it decreases bullying.
Jayden, you want to double click it all the way on? Just start over. Thanks, ma'am.
My opponent might say that school uniforms are good because they decrease bullying, but I disagree. School uniforms do not help with school violence. All they do is take away kids' rights to freedom and clothing, and the cost is too pricey. School uniforms take away the right to freedom and clothing. According to an argument, a paragraph, uniforms in public schools in the First Amendment, that means school uniforms go against freedom and clothing. An article I read, the First Amendment states freedom of speech. Wouldn't that count as just freedom? 2, some school uniforms are too pricey for parents. Wealthiest schools would set a family back at least $1,000. Therefore, they are too stressful for parents. Most school uniforms keep wealthy students from showing off and prevent gangs from entering. Can also improve test scores. Therefore, school uniforms are not necessary for kids.
on the clothes they are wearing because we would all be wearing the same thing. My group believes that wearing uniforms will reduce gang violence. The U.S. Department of Education has acknowledged that school uniforms decrease violence in theft, preventing gang members from wearing gang logos, and it helps to resist peer pressure. We should wear uniforms because it will increase student academics. Experts found that test scores went up by 49% for elementary students grade 1 to 5. For middle and high school students 6 through 12, they found improvements in language scores and attendance by 38%. This shows that school uniforms do have an effect on intelligence growth. We think school uniforms are good because they help with having lessons. If we are all wearing the same clothing, then no one will feel like they are part of a group. My teammates have said that students don't want to wear uniforms because they won't be able to express themselves. But there are many ways, like how you act, what hobbies you do. It's good for students to know that, so they will want school uniforms, and it doesn't take away how you express yourself. When students got their uniforms, they told their teachers that life is less stressful. They just roll out of bed and know exactly what they're wearing. Bullying also decreased. That's because students won't have anything to judge you by because they're all wearing the same clothes. Studies show that school uniforms make students have better attendance and fewer students have been sent to the office. Another argument is that school uniforms help with having better grades and not wanting to misbehave. They will actually go to class and know what's going on, and they're not confused being bad. In closing, I'll ask you this. Who doesn't want less violence in school? Who doesn't want to have less? Who doesn't want to have less bullying? Who doesn't want to have better grades?
My opponent may say school uniforms may increase the sense of belonging, but we disagree because even if you don't have uniforms, you can still feel like a part of a group. In my experience here at Prairie Point, we have many teams that students can be a part of without wearing uniforms. There are groups at school a student can be a part of, such as chess club or book club. We also have grade level teams and homeroom teams when we're doing different competitions. This shows us that the homeroom teams were acting like a team and they weren't wearing school uniforms. Also, there are team sports like volleyball. In these groups or teams, don't wear the same clothes. We feel like we belong because there are people cheering us on as we work together or working toward the same goal. Therefore, even though my opponent says uniforms could increase a sense of belonging, we disagree because a student can be a part of a team or feel like they belong without wearing the same clothes.
While my opponent may say that students should be required to wear uniforms because uniforms stop bullying, gang violence, help tell who goes to that school, and increases academic achievements and helps you have better grades. But my teammates and I disagree with our opponent due to the fact that school uniforms cost too much to justify both school clothes and everyday clothes. School uniforms also do not let you express yourself into who you really are. And school uniforms do not stop school violence or bullying, which is one of the main reasons why we believe schools make students wear uniforms. And finally, school uniforms are ineffective and useless. According to David Brunswick from the University of Missouri and Carrie A. Rocklimo from Notre Dame, measures the effects of uniforms on attendance, behavior, substance abuse, and academic achievement, and conclude that uniforms did not improve any of these. In their report published in the Journal of Education Research in September/October 1998. The authors contend that uniforms may even have the opposite effect on academic achievement. Many others have tested and have gotten the same results. This is significant because people think school uniforms are helpful but aren't. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, nearly 20% of all public schools have adapted uniform mandates, but there's still 80% of all public schools that do not require their students to wear uniforms. Most of the schools believe that school uniforms do not help with bullying, attendance, behavior, substance abuse, academic achievement, and sexual assault, while the other 20% does.